Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. We have finally arrived to the start of Season 3 of Call of Duty Black Ops 6, and we jumped into the new Zombies map, Shattered Veil. And this is a full guide on all the steps you need to do to get to the boss fight. It does not include the boss fight, it's all the steps and Easter egg steps and clues and hints and all that other stuff leading up to the boss fight. Basically, because I ran out of time. If I tried the boss fight and failed, then I wouldn't have had time to make this video in the first place. So simply, that boss fight video will be coming later on. Either way, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and I hope you enjoy. Alright, Shattered Veil is finally here, and obviously the first thing you want to do when you jump into the map is get to the Pack-a-Punch machine. It's fairly simple. First thing, just follow the prompts. You'll make your way into Mansion. I choose to go right, and just continue to follow the waypoints, opening all the doors. There is kind of a lot of them, and you will find yourself at the elevator. After investigating the elevator, you will realize that it is actually broken, and you need to get 2 items. The first of which is a fuse, which is kind of like in this library room. You'll make your way over to the top. That zombie will have it. Shoot him, pick up the fuse. And again, you just follow the mark on the map. You'll make your way up here, and there will be this computer, and you got to actually shoot it. Pick up the circuit board, and you're good to go to repair the elevator. Run around to the backside, repair it. It takes a second. And then now when you open the elevator, there will be more zombies popping out, so just kind of have a little heads up on that. Make your way down the zip line, and then again, just follow the markers up to the Pack-a-Punch machine, and voila, there is your Pack-a-Punch weapon. Alright, on Shattered Veil, if you're someone that wants to complete the main quest Easter egg, you're going to want the Ray Gun Mark II. And to do that, obviously you can get lucky and get it out of a box, but otherwise you want to make your way down to the mainframe, and there will be a zombie in a lab coat with like the purple eyes. You need to kill him and grab the floppy disk. And you'll notice right there, pick up the floppy disk. You will then head back upstairs with that floppy disk, and there's a room right across from Stamina over here, and you interact with this computer. When doing so, you'll notice the screen will turn red, and it's going to actually spawn in a handful of vermin, not really difficult to kill, and you'll start hearing this thing print out right there once you kill the vermin. It does take a second, but then simply interact with that, and you'll see something pop up on your screen, and there's going to be a word. It'll say Initiate Protocol, in my case, Crab. Write down that word. You're then going to make your way over to the west side of the building, right next to the flopper perk machine. You're going to see this little chalkboard right here. And then you're going to take your word and find where the letter's at, and then however many letters are in the group with your letter is the number you're going to need. So for C, you can see I have 7. For R, I have 8. For A, I have 5. And then for B, I have 7 again. You're going to then take that code down to the mainframe, and straight across from this, you're going to go through a door. On the opposite side of the door, you're going to see a doppelganger trapped in a room. You're going to type in that code. And as you can tell, he is absolutely freaking out. But he's going to come out of there, and you got to take him out. But when you do kill him, he's going to drop a severed arm. You're going to take that, and you're going to make your way down through the tunnel. Basically all the way to the end. You're going to head left. You're going to open up this little shed door. You're going to go into the armory right here. And then simply interact with this keypad, and voila, there is the Ray Gun Mark II for the taking. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, one of the ways in completing the new Easter egg for Shattered Veil is you need to collect 3 different canisters. One of which requires you to have the Ray Gun Mark II and to shoot these crystals, and it will drop random kind of stuff. One of them might be a canister. If you didn't get the canister like I didn't get, you just got to go on to the next one. You could get in the first one, or it could be the 4th one. And a second location of these crystals is just outside that nursery we were in earlier. So you're going to go ahead and shoot that and see what it drops. In this case, you can see I got the canister, so now I don't need to worry about going to find the other 2. But just to show you the other 2, one of them you go to the right of the T-Rex, kind of where we were at the computer to get that floppy disk situation going on. And there's going to be a crystal right kind of in the stairwell. And you can shoot that, grab the loot. And then the final one is going to be kind of in this greenhouse area. You're going to make your way over here to the bottom kind of left area, and you will see the final one right there. Alright, another canister requires a Casimir grenade. You can either craft one, or you can make your way over to this where this guy's kind of hanging out right here. There will be a Casimir sitting right there, and you can just go ahead and equip it. So you're then going to take that Casimir grenade, and you're going to go right behind where double tap is. You will see this kind of a canister just literally sitting right there. Throw the Casimir on the ground, and the Casimir will suck up that canister, so then you can simply just collect it. And once it's done, canister will drop, and there you go. And for the third canister, you want to make your way back down to the mainframe. You're going to make your way over to the left side, and you will see like this little container here with some like burnt person in it, Okay, you're going to see a letter at the top left of that. You can see mine is A. You're then going to make your way over to where that Doppelgast is, and to the left of that, you're going to see like a leaky gas thing. You want to throw a combat axe at that. You're going to need 2 because it's going to take 2 shots. Now for the first one, you're going to aim in the lower left area. You can see I already missed, but just give it a little height toss thing, and it will make a sound when you know you actually hit it, and it will start leaking. And then you're going to throw the second one at the letter you had. So since I had A, I want to aim for that A valve right there. And voila, there it goes. And if you make your way back over to that container, you will notice it is filling up with gas. So now you will need a cocktail, which good thing is you can just craft one right next to this. Or I'm sure you could find another one on the map somewhere. But either way, you're going to take that cocktail and simply throw it at it. And upon doing so, you'll see the canister will simply just pop right out. Alright, assuming you have all 3 canisters, it is now time to upgrade the Ray Gun Mark II 3 different times. I suggest making your way over to the canister machine that's directly across from Speed Cola, because I think this one is the more difficult, so you do it first, should be easier. Simply place the canister in, and then you'll head down here. A Mega Abomination will spawn in, and you need to make him do one of 2 things. One, he needs to shoot these rocks and make them glow. And you'll notice after he's done shooting here, this one will start glowing. And then you need him to run into that rock. So basically, just piss him off a little bit until he runs into it. Like so. When he does that, the rock will start floating. You need to do that 3 times to this rock over here and the other one right here. Once he runs into all 3, this portal is gonna pop up, and you need to protect the portal. There's a lot of different zombies that are gonna spawn in, but it's mainly these little spider ones that you need to shoot, and you have to do it for literally 2 minutes. And you'll see the faster you do it, the better you do it, the easier it's going to be, because you won't have to go the full 2 minutes, because the strength of the portal will increase. So as long as you're doing well, it will increase, and once it gets to 100, then you're good to go. Now once that is complete, you simply run up here and you grab the canister, and you're going to make your way back over to the spawn area where there's a portal. And then to the right of the portal, you're going to see this little crafting bench here. You simply place the canister in there, and then you craft it. And voila, you have your upgraded ray gun. This one turns it into like an SMG. Alright, and one of the other ones is going to require you to actually get some seeds. Now for these seeds, you do have to destroy them in a certain way. One of the ways is just using a cocktail, so just throw it at it. It'll burn. It'll make some like screaming type noise. If you hear that noise, that means you did it right, and then just go ahead and collect the seed. And you will need 4 of those seeds. Now these plant things can be kind of annoying, but they do grow back. Sometimes they grow back really quickly. Sometimes they might take a little bit. Now once you have your 4 seeds, make your way back to the greenhouse, and there's going to be these 4 like little containers where you need to plant the seed, and then you got to protect the seed. I think the most difficult part of this is you can't necessarily pause the round, so if it does take a while, you might burn through some rounds while doing it, but basically you'll see that thing will slowly grow as you kill more and more of these zombies. You'll see, since they're like the mini event ones, they will have the purple eyes. But this thing will slowly grow until it gets to a point where you're good to go. And voila, you see, you can, if you protect it long enough, it will be good to go. Now in my mind, this one is the most difficult, because you gotta stay so close to it, or else the zombies will kind of destroy it pretty quickly. But you just gotta be patient. Take your time with it. Don't let the zombies get you. And you can see, there you go. Each time you start a new one, a new kind of sequence will start as well. And then once complete, you'll grab that canister and you'll kind of head back towards the spawn area. And it is literally going to be all the way back by the spawn right here. And just craft away. And you will have your second version of the ray gun. This one is not as good. It's good against like the boss type zombies, but it shoots very slow. And for the third one, you need 2 different items. You need these essence bombs, which are going to be found in those little white boxes all over the map. And you're also going to need these little reflector mirror things. You'll find one at this little water fountain statue thing right here next to the greenhouse. And the other one's going to be found right outside the wall of the PhD flopper perk. And just go ahead and interact with it, and you'll have the 2 reflectors. Now for these white boxes, they're all over the map. They're really annoying, but you just kind of got to get lucky. Right there, you can see I got a vermin, not lucky at all. And as you can see there, I shot it and an essence bomb came out, so just go ahead and grab it. Now, once you have the bomb and your reflector mirror things, you're going to head over to like this underpass area, and you'll see kind of this rubble right here. Just simply go up and interact with it, and you will place the essence bomb. It will blow it up and then enter on the tunnel. And as you'll see, there's some sort of worship thing going on in this creepy looking tunnel area. But go back over to the canister, throw the canister in, and it will start the little event. And this is where the reflectors come in. Basically, you need to get this beam of light to shine over to one of these two Doppelgas little statues. It will then turn it into a Doppelgas, and then you will kill the Doppelgas. So what you do is you simply go up to the wall, and you'll place a reflector right there, and you'll see the laser light thing goes all the way over to a different area. And then you'll need to put the second reflector there, and then follow it again. And then you will notice it is actually shining on one of those statues. So then go back over to where it originates from and punch the crystal. Upon doing that, you'll see it shoots a beam. Follow the beam. Oh my god, look, there's the Doppelgas. It comes to life. And then basically just kill the Doppelgas, which should be super easy. Now to get to shine on a Doppelgas, you simply need to go over and kind of whack the little reflector. And you'll see when I do that, it all of a sudden is going to be shining up there. So I'll need to go up there, and I actually need to place a reflector up there. The key part here is don't forget where your reflector is, so you can just grab it and then go ahead and take it over to the next spot. And I place it there, and you'll see it's not doing anything, so I gotta give it a whack again. So now it's going to shine somewhere else. And again, if you follow it, it's shining on a Doppelgas, so you're good to go. So then go melee the crystal, and it will do its thing again. Again, they should not be too difficult to kill. And I actually lied. You actually have to do this 3 different times. And then the third time, I just had to whack that once, and now I'll punch the crystal. It will do its thing onto the third Doppelgas, and then I will kill this Doppelgas. This one does have slightly more health than the first 2, but it's still not that bad of a little boss fight to complete. And then once you do that, you'll go ahead and grab that canister. Now you want to make your way out of the tunnel and back upstairs. And then this crafting table is in Richtofen's old room, right next to that computer that you shot earlier. You see on the opposite side of the room. Here is the last crafting table. So go ahead and use the workbench, and you have your third upgraded ray gun Mark II, which in my opinion, this is actually the best one. It's like the shotgun version, and it is really good. Alright, now that you have upgraded the ray gun 3 different times, it is time to get the ritual items associated with each. Now the thing is, you can only get each ritual item based on what type of ray gun you have, and the reason it didn't matter which order we could do it in is because you can switch back and forth between the different types, however you see fit. Now, in order to do this step, you're going to interact with 3 machines just like this, but you need to make sure you're doing it with the correct one. So this one right here is like the shotgun version of the ray gun. If you don't have the right ray gun, it will be obvious because it will not be counting the kills towards like kind of like the lockdown step. So once you activate that, just start killing zombies with that ray gun, and it will actually goes really fast, so it's pretty easy to do. Again, as long as you're getting kills with that certain ray gun. And once you do that, you will see the mirror will open up and you can jump on through. Be careful though, because so can the zombies. Now, after you're in this room, without dying, you need to find a red bottle that is some sort of form of elixir. From my understanding, it can be in a few different places. You can see mine is actually on the table right here. Once I can get kind of a good look at it without getting attacked, but you can see it's right there, and you're going to go ahead and just grab that elixir. Now, once you have this, you can go ahead and jump back through the painting, and you need to find 3 different like cups to kind of pour that elixir in. The first one is in the little winery here, just over here. You interact with it, and you'll see the little red bubble. It'll pop up a disciple, kill the disciple. It's not the strongest thing ever. It will take a little bit if you're not fully upgraded. But once you do that, you'll see the craziness happen. You'll see whatever, explosion. There's a little symbol that pops up, and then you're good to go. Now, the second one is actually going to be in the main hall, or whatever you want to call it, right across from Rexy. You'll see it kind of on this right here. Again, interact with it. A disciple will spawn in. Take out the disciple as fast as you can, because things might be crazy depending on what round you're on. And if you do that correctly, the same kind of thing will happen. And then off to the third and final one. Now this one's actually going to be found back by the spawn area, right under the bridge, under like the double bridge right there. It's right on the little bench. Again, interact with it. It will spawn in the disciple and take out the disciple. They are a little boss disciples, so they are a little difficult, like I said, but it still isn't anything that bad. Now, after you kill the third one, you want to head back over to the elevator area. And when running in here, you'll notice on the wall now we have 3 different numbers. We got 58, 49, and 52. You might need to write those down. Now, once you have your numbers, you're going to come over to depth perception, which is not too far away, and there's going to be a little safe you go up to and interact with, and you just type in the code just like you normally would. And it will open up, and you're going to go ahead and grab the item that's there. You can see I got like this weird little gnome-looking goat thingy. It's called an antler carving. And then once you do that, you're going to take that back over to that original room you jumped into. You're going to jump in there and you're going to place it on the pedestal here. And it's going to be like a mini boss fight. The only one that can do damage to the shield of the boss is the one with this ray gun. Once the shield is gone, then anyone can do it. But make sure you're kind of staying on the move when you're doing this. The shield goes down pretty quick. It pops up pretty quick as well, but it's actually not that bad to do. It is a disciple. He is annoying. And once he's eliminated, you will see there'll be some sort of animation with the dude here back on that item. So then simply just grab that, head back through the painting, and you're ready for the next step. Now again, you'll have to do this for each type, so whenever you're ready, you can just swap back and forth between the different types of ray guns, but you need to make sure you're using the right one. It doesn't matter which order, but just make sure you grab the right one, or else you're going to learn the hard way. Now the first thing you'll do, you need to head back over to this elevator area, and there's going to be a little tiny little lamp kind of sitting in this basket right here. You want to go ahead and grab that and head back over to the dinosaur, and you're going to take that lamp and you're going to place it on the right side of this door. Funny thing is, it is a door. I said this was a secret door before I knew it was a secret door, but you're going to place that there, and what's going to happen is it's going to do a little Simon Says. So you can see it says the right one, so you're going to go up and you're going to light up, and you watch it does the right one, then the left one. So then you go up, you hit the right one, and you hit the left one, and then new pattern will start. Right, left, right. So then right, left, right, and the door will open. Now the pattern changes. One time I had left, 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 oddly enough. And now we're going to do the same process as before. You're going to go down here, you're going to activate this, and you can only get kills with that certain ray gun. That's the only one that will actually count. So go ahead and activate it and start killing away. Make sure you don't die, obviously. Things will get kind of crazy, especially if you're doing this in the middle of a round. I did it towards the end of a round, so it's going to make it a lot easier for me. As you can see, I already completed the objective, so that I can go ahead and get out of here for now. Now, this part might be by far the most annoying part to me, but you got to head over to Elemental Pop and over to the room on the right. You need to find a tiny little bell. Now, I'm not totally sure where it is at exactly. Some people said you got to break all the glass around and then just start spamming X. Oh, you can see right there. That just happened to me, right? I got a bell. Now, it is super quiet, so you got to kind of pay attention. But there are a few different spots in this room, one of which is where you kind of saw me get it. A second one is to the right of that weapon buy. And a third one is going to be down to the left, somewhere by this curtain area. I don't know exactly where it's at, but you got to kind of get lucky. All right, and once you have the bell, you want to make sure you put on like the brain rot ammo type, because you're going to need it. And you're going to head over to the back bar that's in the main area. Now, this part is quite glitchy, but you can see I already have the bell placed. And basically, you need to turn a zombie near the bar, because then you got to get the zombie to jump behind the bar. So right there, and then you go over and ring the bell. You might have to do it a couple times. And he'll hop over there and he'll start taking a drink of something. And once he does that, he will explode. And then you'll grab the flask. And then once you have that flask, you're going to head back down here and you do the same thing. You're going to place that item on the little pedestal. And you're going to do the mini boss fight. Again, he's going to have a shield. So you take down the shield and kill him. And only this type of ray gun Mark II will actually do damage to the boss. And then once you'll do that, you will see the animation will happen, and you will finally have your second item. Go ahead and grab that, and then you can head back through the little painting, and it's off to get the third and final one. Now for this third one, you're going to have to make your way back to the spawn area to then craft it again. And then you're going to make your way back inside the mansion over to kind of like where the library's at. Now once you're in the library, same kind of process here. You're going to interact with that machine, and you get to get kills with this type of ray gun Mark II for it to count. It does go pretty quick. This ray gun is my least favorite, so it's not as good. But either way, you just got to get some kills with it. Try not to die in the process, obviously. And as you can see, objective complete. It's actually not that bad. Now, once we have access to the room, we can get in here, but we're actually going to have to find 3 kind of hidden items in order to progress to the next step. These items can only be seen if you are actually using Ether Shroud. So, first option for the audio log, if you do Ether Shroud, it could be right here. If not, it's going to be back by the dinosaur. So you can kind of hurry there, or you're just going to have to wait till you get Ether Shroud again. But it's going to be up over in this corner. You can see it's still kind of there for me. And I go ahead and grab it quick, and I have the audio log. Now, once you get your Ether Shroud back, it's off to find the ledger. The first location is going to be right here. If not, you're going to have to run to the second one, and it looks like mine is, so I would just go ahead and grab that. If it wasn't there, you would head all the way back over to kind of like by Elemental Pop, and there's a little study next to that room that we were in earlier, and it would just be sitting right on that desk right there. And once you again have your Ether Shroud, you're going to head inside to the right of good old T-Rex. There's a fireplace. Ether Shroud, if it's not there, you're going to have to haul butt all the way over to the other location, which is going to be by Double Tap. And it's going to be inside by the elevator. There's another fireplace. You can see mine is still there. I got lucky. That was kind of good, but it could disappear, so just might have to get Ether Shroud all over again. Now, once you've done this, there's going to be 3 books you can interact with in the library. It's kind of just a guessing game. You hit one of them. If nothing happens, move on to a second one. So as you can see, nothing happened there. I'll go to the middle one. Nothing happened there. I go over to the third one. I interact with it. It lit up. So then I'll just pick the second one. So if I go to the middle one and see what happens, it does its little thing, and then I'll go over here, interact with the third one, and when I do that, you will see a hidden door will open up right here. And you enter in the room, and you'll grab the ritual item, and you'll jump back through here, and it's the same process as before. We will place the item on the pedestal, and we will have the boss fight. Now, this boss fight, in my mind, is the worst, simply because the version of the ray gun is the worst. And as you can see, once you beat it, you'll still get the same weird little animation going on, and you'll grab that ritual item, and it's kind of time for the boss fight.